What's going on, gamers? You know I've done some comparison videos before, and we got some more now. And I did this when the PS5 Pro came out. I did this when the PS5 was getting updates and comparing it to the Xbox Series. You want to compare everything, right? Like a real gamer would do that, because I feel like if you would be equal on your video game coverage, you would compare every console. Now it's time to cover Switch 2, and there's some people that just can't handle it because they're not in the real gaming spirit. They're only in a negative vibe, seeing things in one dimension. I'm like, well, you're not the type of person I want to work with, because I wouldn't be able to get honest coverage with you. You need to be able to be professional and cover all comparisons. You know what I mean? Now the Switch 2 is out. Let's see all the comparisons, right? And I always find this to be exciting, no matter what platform is coming out. I want to be able to cover whatever I can, honestly, and let people know how things work, not have a bias, tunnel vision mindset to where I don't provide anything positive for other platforms, but only for the platform I'm interested in. Yeah, that's pretty one-dimensional. But here we see the Final Fantasy VII Remake integrate for Nintendo Switch 2 versus PlayStation 5 early graphics comparisons. And I like that they say that, because the console's not out, things are not fully optimized, but we have some type of build, and anything is better than nothing. So let's see how things stack up. And why do I find comparisons also important for the Switch 2? It's not to see if it's more powerful than the PS5. It's not to see if it's going to beat the Series S or anything like that, or blow past the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X, if we want to go to last gen too, because we do all of them. But it's to see what the console itself is capable of. What are you going to be able to do on that side? Because it's a new device that's up and coming around the corner. And what are the first party capabilities here that they're going to be able to push? Because when I see them run this, I'm like, okay, now I know what I can get elsewhere, and that makes me kind of excited. So let's get into this. Like, I'm subscribed. Let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all, let's go. Let me go ahead and give him a like. And I turned down the music because they always play these music themes. You don't want it to be too loud. Okay. Now we got the Switch 2 version. Now, when it comes to this type of stuff, I don't really care about the comparisons, because you're not really staring at this. It's more like, okay, let me see gameplay. You know what I mean? And one thing I have to say about the Switch is that I know, because they also have in the video as well, that they're going to be able to match the image quality. But the difference would be in what frames per second are we getting at. We'll have to wait on Digital Foundry or hands-on for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But once again, it's still, I want to see how close it can get. It's just an exciting thing to do. But I expect PS5, obviously, to have better CPU performance. Hey, you can't really tell anything here. PlayStation 5 version looks more clear. Same thing with the hair, it looks a little bit more clear. But once again, it's not like it blows it out of the water, and this is just impressive. Another thing that I want people to do is see what you're doing when you jump from Switch 1 to Switch 2, because am I getting a generational leap for a system that I know that when I go into this ecosystem, I can only play their games in their ecosystem. So the most important thing for me too is to see, what can I do on a Switch 2 that I wasn't capable of doing on the Switch 1? What is the generational jump here? Is it generational? I would say, oh yeah, massively. Let's look at where you're jumping to now. Okay. Yeah, it looks clear on the PS5. Not majorly, though. I don't know why they show this. You literally can't even tell. It just looks like they put that label and swapped them off. Yeah. I y'all, I can't tell, can y'all? With this, it's like, no. It looks the same. Okay. Damn, like you know how like when you would see other comparisons and other videos we were doing, when they rotated across the screen like that, you would see like okay, I could tell you changed, even like the color palettes and everything. On this, they look so identical. It's so damn hard. Like we have to stare very close. Okay, so you see the Switch 2 version. I'm looking at the sword as the screen is going across, and I see the hair. Because this is where you could be able to tell. Okay, yeah, it looks. You could tell like a clearness came across the screen with the PS5 version. But once again, it's not nothing that's major though, and that's pretty impressive for Final Fantasy VII, I have to say. You guys see what I'm saying? It's hard to tell a big difference. Damn, they're pretty damn matched, almost. Like, just stay looking at the hair, look at his face, but also you could take a look at stuff like this. You won't see much of a change, I'm telling you. Even if we look at this light over here to the right, like, I pay attention to all these things. The glossiness on the armor, too, the clarity here, pay attention to all that. It's almost like you saw his hair move a little bit on this scene, but not compared to the last scene. Like, if we go back here, you'll see what I mean. The Switch 2 version. See how the hair just moved a little bit, but yeah, I mean, you see more clarity. But it's not. It's but like barely though. This is impressive, guys. I can't see a major difference. They look pretty damn identical, to be honest with you. And I think this is where like there's a limit on this game. Yeah, PlayStation 4 looks more clear. Has more draw distance clarity, but it's not anything massive. Still impressive though. And for those of you that are only on console and you don't want to get a PlayStation, but you have an Xbox, well, if you get that Switch 2, guess what? Now you can play Final Fantasy. There's another way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, because those people are never going to go to PC. They'll be on consoles only. So you might have the combination of the Switch 2 and the Xbox, or the Switch 2 and the PlayStation if you're only on consoles, since PlayStation is getting Xbox games. Or if you want the new meta, I think it's Switch to PC. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, I could do anything Xbox on PC, max it out. Why would I need my Xbox, right? If you want to look at it that way, if people have all. And PlayStation games, well, I'm getting the whole slate pretty much, right? And I got more games this year. I get no Nintendo games. So on Nintendo, I can have all the games I need over there exclusive. On PC, I have all the other consoles. So I think that's the perfect combination right now, today, the new meta that's forming. Though I have all, I support all, but I could see if somebody was like, man, I only want two. So you know what? I'm gonna get my high-end gaming PC to play all third party at max. I can get all Xbox games day one, and I can eventually have to wait for PlayStation. It has a time limit on it, and then I'll get, a good portion of the games, but I'll never get Nintendo games. They even have like a block thing now too for Switch 2 to make sure people can't just pirate it. And if there is a legal thing, it'll probably be like the one where you pay for the game through their console and then you transfer it to your PC and max it out. But you have to feed it to it. It won't be on there anymore. That's what my friend was doing with the Switch One stuff. I don't know if they'll let you even do that though with the two. But yeah, I'm pretty shocked by how good this runs 7. Like I said, I beat all of this on PlayStation. Same thing with Rebirth, so obviously I wouldn't play it. So I'm not here to see if I'm going to be able to play 7 on the Switch too. No, it's more like, what are you capable of doing? Let's look at something right now, you know what I mean? And we get our answers here. So we've done Hogwarts Legacy, we've done Cyberpunk, as you guys see. Now we're doing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which is pretty interesting. And I'm looking forward to doing Zelda and Metroid, just so that I could see the difference. And it's just more things to do, more different angles, right? Not like staying on the same subject, doing the same thing over and over again. People are saying now there's a lot of more diversity on my channel. They don't know what to say because they thought I was just doing PlayStation hate content and just coming to rescue the Xbox community and be positive there, which I enjoy doing too. And I've told people, it's like, no, but you got to remember, I've done PC content too, PS5 Pro PC content, PS5 Pro versus PlayStation content, PlayStation positive content before when I used to do live streams before I deleted all my live streams. Last early year that I did a whole bunch of PlayStation 5 content, PlayStation firmware updates, all that. I've positively covered all consoles now. And I think a real hardcore gamer, somebody who loves gaming that's in a gaming spirit, will do that. You know what I mean? They can't sit there and just be only in a negative spectrum about something. Unless they need to be criticized in those moments. And that's not necessarily being negative. That's being critical. Negative is like, I'm calling you a name and I'm trying to beat you down. Like I'm being negative. You know what I mean? That's different compared to, oh, you guys are doing this. It's time to get critical on you. Like people were being critical with the price increase for the software for like Mario Kart on the Switch too, you know what I mean? And then all the mistakes that Sony were making. And then Microsoft got the most criticizing for like the past decade. You know what I mean? So that's why I took a break from that and gave them credit for the turnaround they did this year. You just got to do those type of things, and then when it comes to Nintendo, like I said, there's a lot of positives that they're doing. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and like only be looking at the price and then just magnify that and then shut off everything else because of that. It's kind of childish. Like, so you're going to see people go from PlayStation to the Switch 2, from the Xbox to the Switch 2, from PCs to the Switch 2, just to enjoy it. And if they're having a good time and they're having fun, it's like I told the people from the PlayStation community, that people that are enjoying in the Xbox community. You all in the Xbox community, if you are doing the same thing, realize how much of a hypocrite you're being and look in the mirror. The people that are going on the Switch 2 right now, remember, when I defended you, when I said that PlayStation players should not be attacking people having fun in a community that's not theirs. If you think negative about people right now who still want to support the Switch 2, are going to have a good time, and you want to beat that down, you are no different, and you are no better. You're actually worse than the people that were beating you down playing on the Xbox. They went to the Xbox community because you saw that you shouldn't be doing that already. It happened to you. So why would you go do that right after that? Same thing with people that are shifting supports and all that. You guys are no better than those people. You're not, and you're not true gamers. Because a true gamer is going to want to get the gaming experience no matter what. If you love gaming, you will find a way to get that gaming experience. A true gamer will do that. You know what I mean? And they'll face reality too. Like the reality is we know who's not dropping the price. So are you getting the gaming experience or not? I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm going to beat everything. I want to beat everything possible. You know what I mean? That I find out that's great. And I want to talk about all platforms from deep experience on all platforms. That's the problem that I have with certain people. It's like, I don't see the true gamer spirit in you. You're kind of conditional with the way you do things. You see what I'm saying? If so, then you would kind of cover everything, but you don't. And you're allowed to be a fanboy and be in one ecosystem and cover that only. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying don't ever think you have a right to come in my corner and say anything about me because I cover everything. I do positive content about all sides. If you can't do that, don't ever step in my corner and don't look at me. Just saying. Ponies, sit down. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Peace out. Be awesome. Be more positive. Don't be a negative loser. Don't be feminine unless you need to be. All right, y'all. Later.